Hello, everyone. Welcome to In Your Face. My name is Adria, along with Graham and Brian. Today we're going over two main topics. The first one is the moving of the college three-point line. As we all know, the original college three-point line was around 20 feet, and the international one is now 22 feet. Now, what are your opinions on this move? Starting with Brian.
It's a great move. I mean, if I look at NBA, if I look at NCAA, I see all those guys shooting threes. They're shooting them from NBA right now. They're going back already, and what's the point of it? If they should be able to get ready for NBA, because a lot of those guys are going into the NBA. They're shooting threes. A lot of them need to know how to shoot from that level. It starts off as 20 feet, and NBA is about 22, 23. It's closer to the international level. So this is a great move for the NCAA. It's a great move to prepare them for what is ahead.
All right, that's a good take. Graham, do you have a counter opinion, or do you agree with Brian?
No, this is a poor decision by the NCAA. I mean, these are still amateur players, and as much as the NCAA is changing, many guys don't even want to go play in the NCAA anymore. There's so many guys in this league in the NCAA that are just there to play because they know they're not going to make it at the next level. They made it as far as they could, and they want to play at an amateur level. So, and a lot of these guys going to other summer leagues, going overseas, like we've seen the past few years with TJ Ferguson and other guys, and there's no reason for them to move it back because these are still amateur players and a lot of these guys aren't going to the next level.
Those are good takes there. Do you think that starting next season, do you think that this change of three-point line will affect the way of style play, or do you think it's going to be mainly the same?
I think a lot of guys are still going to be launching threes. I think the three-point percentage will go down a little bit, and the guys that that maybe would have shot threes last year may not, that were kind of borderline stretch guys that maybe would go inside, may not be shooting as many threes.
Any take on that, Brian?
Well, in my personal opinion, this is going to be a great thing. Sure, the three-point percentage is going to be going down as this move forward, but that's a good thing. They're learning. This is a transition. Any transition, it starts off bad and it's going to get better and better. I agree with you that's going to start off being terrible, but wait about 5-10 years, you'll be agreeing with me.
Absolutely. Those are good takes. And on to our second topic of today, we're already looking ahead to the 2020 NFL draft class for quarterbacks. Now, we all know about big names like Justin Herbert and from Oregon, but are there any names that can potentially take his spot as potentially the best quarterback in that draft class, starting with Graham?
I think KJ Costello is a big guy.
Who?
He's not a big flashy name that a lot of people would take. He's a pocket passer guy. He's no Patrick Mahomes in what the NFL has become now. He's a great pocket passer. He's done well in that balanced offense at Stanford, threw for 3,500 yards last year. Second most in school history. He's not as mobile as, say, Andrew Luck was at Stanford, but he's a real good pocket passer that a lot of NFL offenses would like.
All right. Do you have anything to counter with that?
I trust my man, Justin Herbert. Herbs, this man's coming back for his senior season, which gives you the opportunity to know this guy is experienced. He's gone through more than most quarterbacks have. I mean, you might fall in love with a Trevor Lawrence or a Tua. They're going into the junior year. Like Tua, he didn't even play for most of his freshman year. I can't really trust that guy because of how much experience he has, no matter what his abilities are. Justin Herbert, he's seen every single thing inside that Oregon offense, and he's going to be the most prepared going into the NFL.
But I'd take a guy, say, Jake Fromm or Tua Tagovailoa, way before I'd take Justin Herbert, because you see what Jake Fromm did in his freshman year. He took him to the college football playoff. I mean, and he went to the national championship game, had a pretty good game. Obviously we saw what happened with Tua Tagovailoa taking over. So, I mean, two great quarterbacks who have played on the biggest stage in college football are going to be available next year.
Yeah, that's going to be a big thing. But then again, these guys don't have much experience. I would not trust Jake Fromm because he goes to offense where so many things are being given to them. Same thing with Tua. They got great running backs. They got great receivers. The O-lines are actually really good. If you go to Oregon, you don't have that many good five-star recruits there. It's mostly just guys coming up.
So this year when Oregon has a great recruiting class, do you think Justin Herbert's going to thrive, and do you think this team's going to make the playoff and he's finally going to shine, or is he going to not do as well as he did last year?
Well, I think that the committee is already rigged, and so he's not going to make the playoff, but yes, he's going to thrive under that system because of how many great players.
All right, that's about going to do it today for In Your Face. My name's Adria. This is Grant and Brian, and we'll see you next time.